Yeah. What's good? Let me turn my man Bo on real quick. There he is. Go ahead, bro. You got your mic unmuted, family?
Yes, I'm muted right now.
Alright. We in the building. Hold on. We missing somebody. Man, what we missing,
you,
man?
motherfucker.
Who?
Can't see you.
What the fuck you mean you can't see me?
I don't see you on the screen there.
Oh. Well, maybe that's why I didn't click this button. That's why. I'm tired of motherfuckers seeing me,
Shit,
man.
nigga, now I gotta wait for the fucking delay to see if you come up, man.
Hey, you ain't supposed to see me. You know what I'm saying?
Go. I see.
I'm giving niggas a treat.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Hell no. This nigga foul. This nigga is foul, y'all. I'm up here rocking that 3KB. He wearing some red shit.
Hey, bro.
He a blood. They got bloods in Texas, nigga.
Hey, I must be everything because I color coordinate like a motherfucker, bro. I got blue, red, green, all of that. We can't hear you. What'd you say?
Oh, what's funny, you sure do.
Hey, look. I'm going to tell you something, bro. I must be a blood, a crip, a motherfucker on Grove Street. Remember that, what was it, Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Grove Street. What's good, man?
I'm ready to do this.
Oh yeah,
do
man,
this boxing and shit, man.
Of course, man. Three Kings Boxing always in the house. You know what I'm saying?
It's
your host.
You know what'd be fucked up, man?
What's up?
I gotta start. I see I'm getting old, man. I'm starting to do old people shit.
What the fuck are you doing, man? What you doing as old people shit, bro?
I don't fucking pay attention to everything, motherfucker. I'm up here like looking and only seeing 3 topics, but I'm realizing that's all that's there.
Yeah, you're right. But there's more and shit we gonna talk about, right? You know what I'm saying? So how we gonna do it is I'll turn this shit over to you. You know what I'm saying? And you do what you gonna do. You feel me?
Sure.
So, all right, man. Bo didn't let me properly introduce us. It's your boy 2K, the host. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the old man Bo. That's his nickname, the old man. You know what I'm saying? 3 Kings Boxing in the house. We gonna talk some shit tonight. And y'all already know, if you got a problem with the shit that we talk, you can always come see us no matter what. But just understand, it's all entertainment. Alright? Let's jump right into this shit, man. So, to begin, your boy, Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is in these streets.
In these streets.
Bruh. Andy Ruiz is on some shit like, yo, I don't give a fuck what I said, nigga. In his case, is, I don't give a fuck what I signed, nigga. Shit. I don't give a fuck if I told you come 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the UK or not, motherfucker. I want to fight in LA or Mexico. Now, he's over here saying the reason why I could do that is because I'm the champ. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm the champ. I knocked out Anthony Joshua. I took 3 of his belts. Well, 4 if you count that whack-ass IBO shit, right?
Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah, we know. But I took 3 of the major titles. I'm the motherfucker to beat now. So I call the shots. Not him. What you think about that shit, bro? I'm going to go in on this, but I want you to do it first, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a walk. Let's take a walk, a very long walk. In boxing, there's always been a hierarchy, right? And it's kind of like if you guys go to 3 Kings Boxing Facebook page, me and my man Prodigy talk about it. It's and Prodigy phrased it perfectly, the hierarchy. Okay? And the hierarchy meaning is that if you're the man and I beat you, then that means I become the man. I'll give you guys a perfect example of that, right? You with a chick, she break up with you, she got a new nigga, right? That new nigga is not her nigga. You're the old nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
That's kind of how this works. So in boxing, it has always been that yes, you're the A side, but when someone beats you, when you go to fight that person again, you are no longer the A side. Now, it's not to say that you don't have no value, but what it is to say is all those demands you had, all those things you wanted, all those no, bro. No, that shit is dead.
Right.
And what he's saying right now, he's absolutely correct. Because how a rematch clause normally works, and I don't know if people understand it. A rematch clause normally is saying that, hey, when you make your first title defense, it will be against me. Now everything else is negotiable, right? Which means that nobody signs a rematch clause saying, okay, I get 20% this fight, but if I win, I get 20% the next fight in the rematch. Fuck that. Nobody know. If you're a fighter and you got a promoter or a writer telling you to sign that contract, you fire that motherfucker and walk out. You fire him and walk the fuck out.
Right.
That's some bullshit, right? Case in point, Gennady Golovkin, right? Even though they got a draw, he flexed his muscle a little bit and got more money in the second fight. It's all right, man. Fuck it, man. He was like, no, I want 45% now. Fuck the bullshit. Y'all done costing me X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And Oscar them tried to stand strong on that shit. And to Golovkin credit, he stood strong. He said, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna reach. Oscar like, look at the Canelo. I'm gonna reach in my pocket. You know. Canelo, calm down. Tranquilo, Canelo. Canelo. Somebody give him some fellatio.
Yeah. Exactly.
Calm down. I reach in my pocket and I pay the extra 3%. And that's what happened. So in this situation right here, yes, he's 100% correct. Anybody out there that's trying to get on him for what he's doing, no, you're wrong. Listen, Andy Ruiz punched his fucking big ticket. Now it's time to collect your motherfucking money. Now it's time to collect on what you won, your prize. It's time to collect. Now he's the champion. Now it's time for him to get that champion money. Now it's time for him to make them champion demands. Y'all might not like it, and I get it. Y'all might not like it. And you can say, you got lucky and all. Okay, yes, fine. I get all of that. That don't mean shit at the, getting lucky in the fight don't mean shit at the fucking negotiation table. Okay? Motherfucker don't sit in the negotiation table and say, oh, he got lucky. No. That don't mean shit, because at the end of the day, this man has something that Joshua desperately wants and needs. If Andy Ruiz was to say, fuck it, drop the belt, fuck this shit, I'm out, right? Andy Ruiz might come under scrutiny, but nowhere near the amount of scrutiny that Joshua's going to come under. Why? Because this the motherfucker you lost to. This the motherfucker that whoop your ass. Now everything's in disarray. The belts are up for grabs. So the IBF can order a mandatory, then maybe Wilder can jump in on. I mean, whatever the case may be. The WBO may even order a fucking mandatory fight. I mean, all kind of shit go on. And he knows that if I drop them belts, you got to deal with these sanctioned bodies and these fucking mandatories to try to get these bitches back. Yeah. So you better off giving me what the fuck I want. And he's absolutely correct in doing this. If anybody has a problem with this right here, understand Andy Ruiz is saying this because he already knows he has leverage. If he felt he did not have leverage, he would not be talking like this. There'd be nothing to talk about. See, he's saying this because he knows, hey man, I got the leverage right now. Because at the end of the day, Anthony Joshua needs Andy Ruiz a hell of a lot more than Andy Ruiz needs Anthony Joshua. And that's just the fucking truth. Go ahead, man.
Look, my man Kashad is in these streets. Yo, you made a hell of a point to end that motherfucker. I mean, it was alright. I give you C-.
Nigga went from hell of a point to alright.
Hey, no doubt. Real talk. That was a hell of a point. You're absolutely right. Because Anthony Joshua went from winning that man, you know what I'm saying, the man on the streets, the big man on campus, to being possibly the little man on campus if he loses again. Now, the thing is with boxing, you know what I'm saying, they'll allow you another chance to get your big man status back if you was that top dude and you took a L. You see what I'm saying? Now, guys will have to fight their way all the way back up the rankings. You know what I'm saying? Got to beat this guy, got to beat that guy, get yourself all the way back. But when you were the top dude and you took an L, they will look at you like, all right, that was a fluke. Give us the rematch. Or, damn, he really got his ass whooped, but let's get the rematch and make sure. You see what I'm saying? So that's what boxing does for the top level guys, and that's why I don't never understand why top level guys are scared to take L's. You see what I'm saying? Because you automatically get that insurance card. You see what I'm saying? Don't matter what color you are, you automatically get that insurance card, bro. If Deontay Wilder loses to Tyson Fury in February, whenever the fuck they fight, understand that he's still going to get that opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to possibly fight Tyson Fury again, or to fight somebody else in the division that's a big name that he could put himself back into contention. Of course, Tyson Fury could end up ducking him. If Anthony Joshua beats Ruiz, he could end up ducking Deontay Wilder. If Ruiz ends up beating Joshua in a rematch, he could end up ducking Deontay Wilder. But the point is, the fans are going to be like, yo, Deontay Wilder lost to Tyson Fury, but he's still a devastating puncher in the division. He still has some type of insurance card. Now, if he comes back out there and doesn't knock the motherfucker out, you know, and the dude takes his biggest punch and he barely wins a decision or some shit like that, or the guy ends up beating him, that's when he might be written off, and that's when he's got to fight his way back up, kind of like an Erickson Lubin, even though he's not even on that level. You see what I'm saying? But the sport would treat him like that after he loses a second time to the same guy. You see what I'm saying? Now, or to a journeyman or somebody who's not on his level. Now, here's the deal. Andy Ruiz needs to understand something, man. With what I just said, Anthony Joshua is still seen as one of the top guys in the sport. Hell, a lot of people put him over Andy Ruiz, even though Andy Ruiz beat him. You see what I'm saying? Me personally, if you lose, you got to drop down. The motherfucker that beat you, especially if you was at the top, hey, man, he's going to be in front of you. He might not be at the top. There might be a shift where whoever was behind you now goes to the top. But that guy who came out of nowhere, he automatically gets moved up into the top 5 because he beat the motherfucker that was at the top. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what Andy Ruiz needs to understand. Anthony Joshua is still seen as that high caliber dude, even though he knocked him out. Second thing is this. There's a contract, B. Now, unless this motherfucker didn't sign off on allowing Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua to dictate where the rematch is going to be, if there was going to be a rematch, obviously they put a rematch clause in the contract, then he needs to adhere to that, fam. Or this nigga going to court. You know what I'm saying? They're going to sue the pants off you, B. You're going to be walking out of court.
Rockman.
Exactly. You're going to walk, yeah, exactly. You're going to walk out of court in your drawers, B. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. So, and a lot of people, I put a poll up, and this is the thing. The majority of people that voted on the poll on Facebook said that Andy Ruiz deserves to be the A-side. Like, they believe that Andy Ruiz is the A-side just because he beat Anthony Joshua. All right? My thing is, people don't understand the situation of the fucking contract. That's not how it works, B. And Eddie Hearn would be the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. See, the dumbest fighter in boxing history is Jarrell Miller. Eddie Hearn be the dumbest promoter in boxing history if he didn't put a provision in the contract that said, yo, here's the rematch clause, and we get to dictate where the rematch is going to be at. He'd be the dumbest motherfucker in boxing history, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not to put that in the contract. You see what I'm saying? Because you got a guy who was just coming off a win against Alexander Dimitriko, which wasn't enough to get him a title shot. But you say, hey, Jarrell Miller's the dumbest nigga in boxing. We can no longer fight him. We need somebody to come in and take his spot. Here you go, bro. But here's the case. Now, it would seem like Eddie Hearn is the one that's fishing for Andy Ruiz. Oh, please fight us, please fight us. But that's not the case. See, Eddie Hearn had Michael Hunter. He had Manuel Char, right? He had Andy Ruiz. He could have picked somebody else instead of Andy Ruiz. And I'm pretty sure he made that clear when they negotiated. So he said, we're picking you because we like you for whatever fucking reason. You're fat, you're ugly, you stink. We like you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Andy Ruiz was like, he was the guy that was like, hopefully I get this shot. Give me the shot. So he's more liable to sign on the dotted line and adhere to their demands in order to get this fight. You see what I'm saying? Now, of course, we don't have any type of, we're not privy to the contracts. Contracts are fucking confidential. We don't know what the contracts say. But I'm using common sense here. You know what I'm saying? If Andy Ruiz is the guy that is given the opportunity to be that next dude out of nowhere, and he really wants that opportunity, Eddie Hearn is going to put so many provisions in that contract to make sure that just in case he wins, his guy gets the better end of the deal in a rematch clause.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't do that, he's the dumbest fucking promoter in boxing. So with that said, I believe wholeheartedly there is a provision in the contract that tells Andy Ruiz, dog, you're taking this shit to the UK, fam. Or it was a venue of their choosing. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think all of this is just being played out just to be played out. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the fight is going to happen. It's going to happen where Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua feel like they wanted to happen. Eddie Hearn said he wanted to go back to the UK. Anthony Joshua was adamant that he wants the fucking rematch back at Madison Square Garden so he can get his belts back in the same place he lost them, right? Then we published the article where Eddie Hearn was talking to Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua was being whimsical, you know, like a female and shit. I don't know, Eddie. I don't know. Just somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Just, I don't care. We should have the fight somewhere. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And Eddie Hearn was like, well, Anthony, well, what about if we have it in the UK? I mean, I think that would be a great spot. I don't know. I just don't feel like making a decision right now. Motherfucking hand like this. Wrist like this, bro. The whole time. I just don't know if I want to make that kind of decision right now. I'm not sure. Eddie, you make the decision. You know what I'm saying? So that was the article we put out after that. But at the end of the day, my man Jim Strong in the building. But at the end of the day, I feel like Anthony Joshua really wants it back in Madison Square Garden. That's what he said in the beginning. I feel like that's where he wants it. I feel like that's where it's going to be. We actually reported on that earlier. We got information from a UK outlet letting us know that they've already pretty much come to the conclusion that it may be at Madison Square Garden. It's like 90%, bro. You know what I'm saying? 90% chance it'll be at Madison Square Garden. And in my opinion, that's where it should be. But all of this shit that Andy Ruiz is doing, it's just drawn out. It's just publicity. It gives us, the media, something to write about, something to put out there, get the fans all riled up, get the fans choosing a side and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it does, bro. At the end of the day,
marketing.
Yeah, marketing, get the fight bigger. And the media is going to do that. That's why it's our jobs. We're going to get shit out there. Whether we believe it or not, we're straight down the middle. We got to get shit out there. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, got full control, man. So.
Well, okay, you know what? Let me offer you a little rebuttal because in case y'all don't know, this is what we do at Three Kings. You know, we got to do this over here. Julio Ortega, what's going on, family? So
Julio Ortega.
Hey, yo, shout out to my man with the new baby. I'm surprised you on, man. I'm surprised that baby ain't crying, spitting up milk on your shirt and shit.
Nah, that's why that motherfucker ain't commenting as much as he used to, cause the baby is doing that. That's why he ain't commenting as much.
Shout out. Now, let me counter that with this, because you very well could be right. Okay?
Yeah.
Because we're not privy to the contract. So let's just say, for example, he is bloviating. You know what I'm saying? He is sort of you know, trying to flex his muscle when he really ain't got nothing to flex. Mm-hmm. But some of the things he's saying kind of makes you feel like, well, maybe there is, because he's like, hold on, wait, hold on, man, look here. You know, if I don't get, this type of money, then shit, they can kiss this shit goodbye. You know, it's like some of the things he's saying. Now, at the end of the day, I do want to make this one point. You made a very good point. There's a signed contract right there. There's nothing you can do about it. Signed contract, signed, sealed, delivered, rematch clause. Like you said, you go to court, you're going to come out butt ass naked, okay? So you have that.
Bucket naked?
You're going to come out bucket naked. So if the venue has been decided and the money portion split up, it isn't, because he can now he's not going to get that A-side money, but he can definitely get a little bump up more than what he had from the first fight. And that's what I'm focusing on is, hey, he's talking about some, hey, man, I'm going to get some A-side treatment. He can most definitely get a bump up in what he had. But as far as the venue is concerned, I agree with you on that aspect right there, because that's like when he says, give me, you want me to fight in the UK, give me $50 million. Or, it probably had to be in Mexico. He's since come up off of that shit, So you definitely right about that. So, and then at the end of the day, too, man, it is good. Because you know what? If Andy Ruiz was just sitting back, like, I'm just waiting on him to tell me what to do, Vato. I don't know. I'm waiting to hear from him, Vato. Like, if he was sitting by the phone like this. Like, Vato.
Right.
Call me, Vato. And now if he was sitting by the phone like that, dog, he would get no respect going into the rematch. So a part of him has to flex. A part of him has to, bloviate a little bit. Because if he doesn't, then all the respect he got from the victory goes out of the fucking window.
My man, Main Event Boxing Talk said, 3 Kings, I saw an article on World Boxing News where my man Huggy Fury said he was one of the top 5 heavyweights in the world. Hey, his dad's been saying the same shit. We published an article when Huggy had the IBF Eliminator against Kubrat Pulev a few months back. And his dad was all up in these motherfucking streets talking about how Huggy is going to be the next champion. You know what I'm saying? And a motherfucker named Huggy, we already know he going to lose. That's why, look. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to say, what the funny, I had a little joke. My man, Main Event, the funny thing about it is Huggy's a challenger, right? Yeah. Well, guess who the top 5 challengers are? Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Dylan White, Kubrat Pulev, Luis Ortiz.
Luis Ortiz. Hey, right? Easy work. Easy work. You know what I'm saying? Look, that's why Huggy is fighting old ass Samuel Peter. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, Samuel Peter is out here really a whole grandfather to somebody. Nigga, that's how old he is. He a whole grandfather, dog. You know what I'm saying?
The nigga fight games, Tony.
This motherfucker that couldn't beat Vladimir Klitschko to save his life. You know what I'm saying? Man. Was it Vladimir or Vitaly? One of them motherfuckers.
It was Vitaly.
Vitaly, yeah. Couldn't beat him to save his life, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's who we fight. And the funny thing is, Mike James, that's who Huggy getting ready to fight next this weekend. Or either this weekend or next weekend. I can't remember. He fighting Sam Peter this weekend. Yeah. The funny thing is, Samuel Peter fuck around and knock his ass out. Mm-hmm. He fuck around and knock Huggy out, bro.
Last thing to go is power.
Yeah. Look, Huggy is what you call the target. I don't want to say target. Fuck that. The Kmart version of the Furies, bro. Huggy is the
this niggas ain't like Sears.
That motherfucker, yeah, exactly. Kmart, Sears. Hey, y'all remember Eckert? Before Walgreens bought their ass out, he's the Eckert Fury, bro.
This nigga not even a cubic zirconian version.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga, remember before GameStop bought out all of the electronic boutiques? He's an EB Games Fury, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yo, GM Strong, you did around me too. That's why I'm laughing.
Man, ain't nobody got no fucking Kmart unless you... Yeah, look at GM. He know EB Games. You remember that shit? Yeah. I was like 15 years old. I like 20 years ago, bro.
Yeah, that's funny, dog. Oh, my God.
But no, at the end of the day, when we get back on Andy Ruiz, though, man, like I said, I just really believe it's a situation where he's playing to the media. There is a provision in the contract, because if there's not, Eddie Hearn not only is kicking himself, but he got to be slapping himself, spitting on himself, everything that you could do to yourself, nigga, shanking yourself on some American me shit, all of that, bro. He got to be doing all of that to himself, bro.
Oh, he is.
You know what I'm saying? If he didn't put that provision in the contract.
I agree with you. One thing about Eddie Hearns is smart. Eddie Hearns is not a dude that's going to ever put himself in a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Eddie Hearn ain't like the motherfuckers at Banner Promotions or nothing like that.
Why you always picking on Banner Promotions? You always picking on Banner.
Bro, Banner Promotions got to be one of the worst. Got to be one of the worst promotional companies ever, bro. So, look, man, we killing the history right now. Jarrell Miller's the dumbest nigga in boxing history, right? If Eddie Hearn didn't put this provision in the contract, he the dumbest promoter in boxing history. And Banner Promotions is the dumbest brand in boxing history. You know what I'm saying? We killing the history right now, bro. Records being set all over the place.
Listen, Banner Promotion is the only promotional company that as soon as they write the check, the bank call and say, nope.
I'm telling you, bro. Hey, man. Look, my man Corey said, Corey Cunningham, 3 Kings boxing in the house. He said, Banner Promotions is a YouTube channel that promotes fighters. That's pretty much it. I agree with that. Hey, they got a YouTube channel that got less than 1,000 followers. That's Banner Promotions, dog. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Look here, bro. But at the end of the day, man, like I said, man, we'll see what happens. I think the fight goes back to Madison Square Garden, man, at the end of the day. All right, Bo, what you got for me next, big homie? Oh, man.
Hey, 3 Kings boxing is finna get deep. Yo, listen, it's finna get extremely deep. This is finna get extremely personal. And this is finna get extremely out-fucking-rageous. So if there's anybody out there that don't have alligator skin, you know what I'm saying? Like if you got palm-olive hands, or you got or you got a Charmin wrapped around your heart, I suggest you don't pay attention to this part of it right here. All right? Keith Thurman is out here in them streets.
In these streets.
Acting like a light-skinned nigga with a ponytail. This motherfucker, dog. This motherfucker. First it was Earl Spence. That's not on my to-do list fight. To Terrence Crawford. I'm not interested in that right now. That fight don't interest me. Okay. I mean, what did he do? Danny Garcia interests me more. Sean Porter it just don't interest me. So wait a minute, hold on, Keith.
Hold on, Bo. We're not doing this right. I feel you. You on it. I gotta play that. You gotta play the bars. Get the fuck out of here! Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Bo.
So Keith Thurman is talking about. Y'all remember Keith Thurman? I ain't scared to let it go. Y'all remember that Thurman? Y'all remember the Thurman that ran in the ring and told Danny, I ain't no cherry, bro. The Keith Thurman that said, hey, this is gonna be the third daddy boy ass I whoop. That Keith Thurman, all of a sudden now, fighting Terrence Crawford, so fighting the 2 best welterweights don't interest you? No. Fighting Terrence Crawford don't interest you? Ladies and gentlemen, help me out. This is something I just want to know something. Can a little nigga come to your house, talk shit, and then you say, it's all right, I ain't gonna fight him because he's a little nigga? I'm just curious. Because I could have sworn that Crawford started his career at 135. So he's essentially the little nigga. So he goes from 135, comes into your house at 147, and you're not interested in fighting a dude that is a former undisputed champion? That is a current 3-division champion? That is number 2. As a matter of fact, he's the dude, when we talk mega fight, his name comes up along with Spence. You're not interested in Crawford? So apparently the money from Pacquiao must be good and sweet, because now the motherfucker's talking about he could cash out fighting Pacquiao. Okay, time the fuck out. Like, straight up, really, your whole ass jump rope, can't take a body shot, nigga. Are you fucking kidding me right now? You're basically openly admitting that, hey, I got 1 foot out the goddamn game, and if I win, if I'm going to pull a Marcos fucking Maidana, is that what your flute, long-haired, faggoty playing ass is saying right now? Are you fucking kidding me? This is the shit we doing as fighters now? You went from being this ultra tough alpha. See, this is what fellatio and good culo does to you. It fucks you up. You gotta stay fucking hungry. That's the problem right now. This motherfucker is looking, that song by the Double X Posse. Woo, 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 woo. This nigga looking at the front door. That's his fucking problem right now. That's a fucking problem with it right now. See, this is why I don't like fucking light-skinned, long-haired motherfuckers. They get on my nerve. That's why I don't like the movie Superfly. Shit. I don't like that shit right now that they said. I don't like it. Niggas always think something fucking special. Everybody else out here grinding. Everybody else out here taking chance. Everybody else is willing to go to this. Everybody else is talking the right shit. Your motherfucking ass is up here sitting with your flute, legs crossed and shit like a bitch, talking about some, if I win, I'm going home. Man, get this nigga the fuck out of here, man. Manny Pacquiao, whoop this motherfucker ass and put us out our motherfucking misery. Go on, Prodigy, man.
That's all I got to say, man. That's the joint right there. But I hate to play it for Thurman, bro. Y'all little niggas don't know nothing about this shit.
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
I can't hear it. Maybe they can. I can't hear it.
The dudes have envied him for so long. Oh,
Superfly. That's the shit right there, bro. Listen, man. Are you fucking kidding me? So, when somebody hits you up, that's Curtis Mayfield, GM Strong. Come on, dog. Matter of fact, you good. You good. You all right. You know why? Because GM Strong threw $5 on it. He can fuck up. He can fuck up. It's okay. He said, this is how I'm going to help out. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. But listen, man. You got reporters asking you what you gonna do next, bro, because you're in a great fight right now. You see what I'm saying? Cats want to know if you defeat Manny Pacquiao, a fight in which I'm gonna tell you the odds. I just bet on it. Keith Thurman's the fucking underdog right now, B. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman was a plus 110. Manny Pacquiao's a minus 135. That's where the odds were at when I took Keith Thurman. Yeah, I took Keith Thurman. Cause that's money right there, in my opinion. You see what I'm saying? Now, yeah, I mean, when you bet, you don't pick who you think wins the fight. You pick where you think the money's at. You know what I'm saying? So that don't mean I think Thurman wins. I'm just saying. But anyway, they think he's an underdog, fam. So he's been talking all sorts of shit. He's been saying all sorts of shit. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, yo, you gotta put up or shut up. You see what I'm saying? Because if you do not, then you basically gotta leave, you know what I'm saying, boxing, because you lost to a 40-year-old man. And not only did you lose to a 40-year-old man, you openly ducked a motherfucker for 2 years. Now this adds on to the pressure, because now you have just told us who you plan on ducking next. You just told us. Hey, man, what you think about Terrence Crawford? Ah, shit, nigga. Man, Terrence Crawford. Man, fuck this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga don't tell me. You know what I'm saying? Who fuck I should fight and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, who'd he beat, dog? Man, who Terrence Crawford beat, man? You know, the nigga with the best resume, nigga. The nigga that done the best shit? Danny Garcia, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why I fought Danny Garcia. Because the nigga that did the best shit out there. He did the best shit. He did the best shit out there. You know what I'm saying? But Keith, Terrence Crawford is the former undisputed champion at 140. Danny Garcia was just a unified champion. Man, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Undisputed, pre-Besant disputed, super duper disputed. Nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Unified is better. It's better. You know what I'm saying? Nigga talking like a baby and shit. Unified is better. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. I fuck with Danny Garcia. I fought Danny Garcia. Nigga better than motherfucking undisputed better. Get the fuck out of here, man. Clear duck. And what's funny is a lot of niggas is saying, hey, bro, why y'all going hard on Keith Thurman? Because he just told us who he was going to duck next. Why is that a question? You see what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford is the number 2 guy in the division. My opinion, he's the number 1 guy in the division. Okay? Mm-hmm. But the general consensus has him number 2. It doesn't matter. He's still above Keith Thurman. All right? Remember at one time, Keith Thurman was that motherfucker that went into Paulie Malignaggi's press conference, I believe it was, right? And said, don't duck me, son, when Paulie was a WBA champion. You see what I'm saying?
No, Paulie was in the crowd. Keith was up there.
He was in the crowd. I'm sorry. Keith, I always say that shit. Keith was the one holding the press, or had the press conference. He was in the crowd. And he pointed out Paulie and said, don't duck me, son. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was like, damn, Paulie should fight Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman going to wax that ass and become a champion. And everybody was shitting on Paulie like, Paulie don't want to fight Keith Thurman. He's scared, right? This is the same Keith Thurman that said, yo, I want to fight Floyd Mayweather. Give me Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather's ducking me, son. He ducking me, right? What happened to that hungry ass Keith Thurman? I'll tell you what happened. Ponytail grew a little bit longer. Skin got a little bit lighter. And the nigga accidentally fell in some pussy. Happens to the best of us, bro. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Keith Thurman was a virgin. How do I know? Because the nigga still got a ponytail, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man. It's the 21st century, bro. This is the second decade of the 21st century, bro. This is the second decade of the 21st century, bro. Bitches ain't fucking a nigga that looks like a nigga that sings like this.
It's on your shoulders, and all of the madness has got you going crazy.
They not fucking a nigga that sing like this.
Step out into the
You know what I'm saying? He looked just like the DeBarge. He ain't getting no pussy from no bitch that sound like, or from, a bitch ain't giving him no pussy that sound for a nigga that sound like that. It's not happening.
I'm trying to figure out when the bitches get in the flutes. That's
why you had to go get somebody from a different country, bro. Ain't no American hoes fucking Keith Thurman. That's the first piece of pussy he ever got in his life, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he fell so hard, bro. That's what happened. Same thing with Kazuda Aoka. Kazuda Aoka said, oh, shit. That pussy was good. Dad was like, hey, man, you got to go to training camp. He's like, no, Dad. I'm done, bro. Hey, man, I'm done, man. Can't fuck with it, man. I'm done. And they're like, dog, you on the verge of becoming a 4-division champion. This is before he became a 4-division champion, actually. Actually, he was the first Japanese fighter to become a 4-division champion. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is when he was on the verge of doing that. And he said no because the pussy just was too good. Man, listen to all the women out there and the women that's listening. Please. You gotta be easy on these guys, man. All right? You're taking our fighters away from us. First it was Mike Tyson, now it's Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson was supposed to be the greatest heavyweight of all time, bro.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
He was.
That's fucked up about Tyson, no doubt.
Mike
Tyson's been taken away because he got weak.
Mike Tyson was supposed to be the greatest heavyweight of all time, B. And he fell in some pussy and lost to Buster Douglas. That's what happened. And Robin Givens wasn't even fine.
Robin Givens is fucking up niggas for she got a history of fucking up niggas when she give him something else.
Bro, but she not even fine though, bro. Robin Givens, I was never attracted to her. And I was a little nigga that couldn't wait to get no pussy. And I still didn't like Robin Givens. You know, you want to know how much I couldn't wait to get pussy? I had a crush on fucking Marissa Tomei of all people. That Italian chick. You know what I'm saying? No ass, no titties, nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just a little light-skinned nigga, about 10 years old, like, oh my God, it's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? But then you show me Robin Givens, I was like, meh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he fell into that shit, bro. So that's what I'm saying, man. Women, please stop fucking our fighters. You're fucking up the sport. You're fucking up the sport, man. At the end of the day, bro, we should not let up on Keith Thurman. More people need to have their foot on Keith Thurman's neck, bro. Because when you aspire to be the best, oh yeah, Stacey Dash was a bad motherfucker. I'm with that, bro. Oh man. Hey, y'all seen that movie Illegal in Blue? If y'all haven't seen it, go ahead. Go to your favorite streaming service and shit. Stream that bitch. And before you do it, I'm gonna let y'all know. Go get some tissues, a napkin, a paper towel, whatever you like to use, nigga. Cause that motherfucker was bucket naked in that movie, bro. Big old tittises. Big old tittises.
This nigga's at tittises. Tittises.
You know what I'm saying? Illegal in Blue. You can thank me later. Anyway, but at the end of the day, to be real though, man, if you aspire to be the best, and that's how I feel when you're in the sport, yes, it's a prize fighting. Yes, you should get paid. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting off. Nah, bro.
He going to go find Illegal in Blue.
nah, but real talk though. When you aspire to be the best, and actually you've already been at the top of the division, people are going to expect you to basically maintain that particular demeanor, right? They're going to expect you to maintain the same energy that you had, you know, prior to becoming a champion, prior to becoming at the top. And hell, even when he was at the top, you know, when he fought Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, he still had that fire, right? It just so happened that when Errol Spence was coming up through them ranks, and when the first time Floyd Mayweather had the idea to have him fight for the WBO title he's getting ready to vacate, he became a changed man. You know what I'm saying? That was a little bit before, I believe, he fought Sean Porter, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. But he became a changed man. You know what I'm saying? And that's been with him ever since, through the injury, through the pussy, all of that. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you've already reached that peak, people are going to expect you to still want to be that hungry fighter. And when they see that you've changed for, you know, it could be a small reason, it could be a smaller, minute reason. It could be, you know, influences outside the ring. It could be a loss that you took, anything. You still have a fan base, and then you still have the straight down the middle boxing fans like myself and Bo and everybody that fucks with Three Kings Boxing. You still got the straight down the middle fans that still think it's intriguing seeing you fighting in a particular division, especially when the division is as hot as welterweight. Yes. You see what I'm saying? So that's the problem that Keith Thurman is getting into right now. And when you go out there and say that you're not even looking in the direction of one of the best fighters in the division, people are going to write you off. People are no longer going to take you seriously. Yes, you're fighting Manny Pacquiao right now. We understand that. He could be just saying that, Bo, as a way, you know, most fighters say, I don't look past the opponent I got. Like, hell, even Tyson Fury said it on the conference call for the Tom Shores fight. He said, hey, don't ask me questions about Deontay Wilder because I'm not looking past Tom Shores. You know what I'm saying?
But he never said I'm not interested in Deontay Wilder.
He never did say that, right? But he did say
that fight don't interest me.
Exactly. But he did say, appreciate you, main event box. He said, Three Kings, I love the show. Appreciate you, dog. But, you know, it's a situation, like I said, even he understands with a guy like Tom Shores, he doesn't need to look past him. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So maybe that's what he was trying to say, and I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. Maybe that's what he was trying to do, but he did it the wrong way. We always say, Bo, these guys need PR people because they don't know how to express themselves the proper way. So maybe that's what it was. He was trying to say, well, I'm not going to look past Manny Pacquiao, so I'm not even looking in the direction of a fucking Terrence Crawford. But the problem is what you say in the media is what we are going to take at face value because it came straight from the horse's mouth. We're not going to try to decipher and try to do any, you know, logical, theoretical thinking, trying to figure out what you really said. What was the exoteric meaning as opposed to the esoteric? For you dumb niggas, exoteric is, you know, internal. Esoteric is what they show on the outside. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, bro. At the end of the day, we need to figure out, or at least not figure out, we need to go by what he says in the media. And that's all we got. And what he said was, I'm going to duck Terrence Crawford.
Well, listen, you play devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate. There's a lot of other things that played into the part. See, fighters lose their hunger once they reach a certain plateau. Keith Thurman always wanted to be the guy. Because remember, he was the WBA regular champion up underneath Floyd Mayweather, right? Okay? He wanted to fight Floyd. Floyd leaves. He becomes a super champion. Then what happened? He picks up the WBC belt. Now Keith Thurman is the man. He got what he wanted.
Yeah.
And sometimes that is a bad fucking thing. Okay? So now he's got what he wanted. He becomes the man. Then what happens? You become the man. You're sitting back and you get, you start to think shit that you wouldn't think no more. Like, man, I really did it. Like, damn, I really did it. Instead of thinking, hey, you know what, hey, man, we're not done. We got more to go. That's why when Terrence Crawford became undisputed, he like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm going to 147 because I got more to go. I got more to prove. Same thing Andre Ward. I'm going to 175. I got more to go. I got more to prove. Same thing with Floyd. Same thing with Pacquiao. Okay? Keith sat back and got complacent. Man, I finally did it. Then he got hurt. Now, the thing about being complacent, then getting injured, it really makes you think about a lot of shit, right? Like I said before, when fighters get complacent, they start thinking about shit they never thought about before. They start thinking about, damn, man, you know, I have been fighting a lot. You know, damn, man, I haven't had a break. You know, I've been neglecting certain things, and oh man, my body's starting to feel better when I wake up in the morning, no aches and pains. Oh, I don't have a schedule. I can wake up whenever I want to wake up. And then here comes the booty. The booty.
We're talking about the pirate's treasure.
Yeah, right. Then here comes the booty. And what does she does? She teaches Keith Thurman how to properly play his flute.
Exactly.
And now, all of that coupled with what was already going through his mind, oh God, no, wait, oh God, I got to enjoy this. So essentially, there was a lot of things that made him the way he is, which is, and I'll say it, soft. And he has gotten soft. And anybody want to argue me with that, again, this is a dude that said, I ain't scared to let it go. This is a dude that every time a camera got in his face, he was telling you how I should be the motherfucker to fight Floyd. I should be the motherfucker to fight Pacquiao. Keith Thurman thought once everything happened, I finally made it, and he got soft. But the problem is, and you said it best, Prodigy, like my grandfather always say, hey, say what you mean and mean what you say. You can't be out here telling us about how the number 2 guy in your division, possibly number 1 pound for pound, does not interest you. That's an insane thing to publicly say. And that's Keith Thurman's problem.
I agree 100%. So at the end of the day, man, listen, man, when you're at the top of the division, if you only give a fuck about the money, in my opinion, then just say that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Don't sit there and stick around and, you know, claim you're the best, claim nobody can beat you, claim nobody can fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And then fight guys that my man Cheetah had said is old and clumsy. He you know, he ain't got the same kind of he's not the same kind of fighter he used to be. You know, he's the doctor and I got the prescription for this motherfucker, all this dumb shit. Then at the end of the day, just move on, bro. Or just say, hey, I'm only in it for the money. Fuck it. I'll be realistic. You know what? I would respect a motherfucker like that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't fuck with his fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would respect him. You see what I'm saying? At least he told me. Now, if it's a good fight that he's going for the money, then I'm going to watch that. You see what I'm saying? As long as you're going for good fights and you say you're only in it for the money, then fuck it. Canelo's doing it right now. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Canelo already told you, I don't give a fuck about belts. Well, if he doesn't care about belts, then what else is there to care about? There's legacy and then financial stability. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even financial stability, just how much you gonna make. It's not even about stability. You could be stable and still be like, I only care about the money. Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? So, with him saying, I don't give a fuck about belts, he just basically told everybody, well, all I care about is money. So, and everybody's still watching his fights. So, Keith Thurman, man, just come out and tell us, man. Come on, tell us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hard feelings. Let us know, man. I'm just saying. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you know, and Cheetah had made a good point. He said that he's constantly saying that he's going to avoid the top fighters but then says he's going to fight an old-ass, clumsy Manny Pacquiao. Now, I see a problem there because he's actually making it worse for himself. Because by you saying that you're going to avoid the top challenges, and then most people think that this is a challenge as he's the underdog, right? But then you're shitting on your own challenge. You're saying he's a 40-year-old old man. Motherfucker ain't got the same footwork. You know, he falls all over the place. He can't see me, blah, blah, blah. You're shitting on your own challenge. So now people are like, damn, he's really ducking him then. Because that's why he picked Manny Pacquiao, because he's old.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. These fighters need PR people, dog. If I'm standing next to Thurman, I'm like, hey, man, hey, nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Damn, bro. Talk to God. Man, let me handle it, nigga. Yes, we will fight Terrence Crawford tomorrow. Nigga, move, nigga. I'm trying to help y'all. Yeah, we're going to fight Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? That's what he should be doing. So, like, at the end of the day, like I said, he's making it worse for himself, and I don't think he knows this, bro. I don't think he knows it. So, it is what it is, man. What we got next, Brian? Looking at the shit.
All right, man, we got Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder. He's out here clowning Tyson Fury for calling himself the lineal champion. Now, this is something, if you guys follow Three Kings Boxing, me and my man Prodigy talk about it all the time. Again, go to Facebook Live, and where me and my man, go to Facebook, where me and my man went live, we talked about this, right? Deontay Wilder is pretty much saying, hey, man, Tyson Fury is running around bloviating that lineal damn title and invisible belt that can't nobody goddamn see, right? And of course he's talking about how nobody cares about Tyson Fury. Nobody in America cares about Tyson Fury. He actually goes into the numbers, saying, hey, the numbers kind of support that, which we could talk about that, and that's fine, and that's fair game. But at the end of the day, listen, man, this is where I kind of have to disagree with a little bit of what Deontay Wilder is saying. It's not because I feel he's right, but how I feel, me, Bo, and how the facts are two totally different things.
Right.
Fact, Mike Tyson was undisputed champion. Fact, everybody was on his head about fighting Spinks because Spinks was lineal. That's a fact. It's a motherfucking fact. Okay? Fact, Deontay Wilder, undefeated WBC champion. Fact, Tyson Fury is ranked number 1 above him by ring. Why? Because even they morally respect the lineal championship. Okay? Fact, that technically the only way you can lose that is in the motherfucking ring, or unless you retire, hence like Floyd. Okay? Fact, you still have to either beat the champion or in the situation when it comes to the ring belt, because a lot of people kind of confuse the ring with lineage. They coincide, but they're not the same.
Right.
You have to fight a top tier fighter to win that, which meant that when the first fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder was billed, that shit was really on the line at that time, because it was two of the top tier rated guys by Ring TV that was going to fight each other. That's how that works with Ring. Okay? At the end of the day, you have to respect the hierarchy. The only thing that trumps lineage is undisputed. My man said that. Now, again, y'all go to Facebook, we talked about that. Okay? Being unified, holding three. The only thing that trumps that is the hierarchy of undisputed. Now, me personally, I don't buy into it because it's the whole man that beat the man that beat the man and all that shit. And we can, we can go into how much that feels and all of that, how much you feel strongly about it. But at the end of the day, what Tyson Fury did do was he beat a dude in Vitaly Klitschko that reigned over the division for 10 fucking years.
Right.
Tyson Fury goes in there, he beat him. Okay? Deontay, whether or not you want to say anything about who's Deontay Wilder fought, all that, at the end of the day, there's nobody on Deontay Wilder's resume that even remotely comes a close fucking third to Vladimir Klitschko. And as long as Tyson Fury holds that one victory, we can talk about him sitting out, we can talk about him smoking the white girl, that's not what's apparent here. We're talking about lineage. At the end of the day, it is still one of the most respected things because even when you become undisputed, as we saw with Tyson, if you're not holding lineal, a lot of cats will look at you like, well, technically you're not that dude. Right. Because there's somebody out there that actually beat that dude and he's holding that motherfucking that shit right there. So even though I don't like the fact they're bloviating with ESPN, even though I get what Deontay Wilder is saying, it's a fucking invisible belt. And I get all that. But you still got to respect that hierarchy.
I mean,
and at the end of the day, Deontay, people are really respecting this from Tyson Fury a lot more than you just being a WBC champion. And hell, they're even respecting a lot more than Anthony Joshua being a unified champion. Because that's old school boxing. At the end of the day, that will always prevail, man.
At the end of the day, it's really not an invisible belt. You know, a lot of these fighters say shit, you know, just for media publicity, starting shit. Like I said earlier in the podcast that they'll throw some shit out there in terms of we're talking about Andy Ruiz. They'll throw some shit out there so the media can pick up on it, you know, take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Deontay Wilder understands what the lineal title is. He understands that the Ring magazine coincides with the lineal championship. He understands that. It's not an invisible belt. If you're the lineal champion, you get the Ring magazine belt. We have 6 lineal champions right now. Let's see if I can fucking remember them all. Hiroto Kayaguchi. I always fuck his name up. Hiroto Kayaguchi. You got Naoya at bantamweight. He's lineal champion right now. You've got Vasyl Lomachenko. You've got Canelo Alvarez, right? You've got Callum Smith, and I'm missing one. That's 5. I'm missing one. Juan Francisco Estrada at 115. Yeah.
What?
He's lineal.
Oh,
he beat
wow.
Sariskis or Rungvisai. Rungvisai beat Chocolatito.
Beat Chocolatito. Okay, right.
So he's lineal. So those are all 6 of the lineal champions we have out of 17 divisions in boxing. You know what I'm saying? And all 6 of them motherfuckers hold the Ring magazine belt. All right? So while it's not the same, as Bo mentioned, they coincide. You see what I'm saying? So when Adonis Stevenson got stripped, and we did a video on Facebook about this. I'm going to upload it on this channel so y'all can get the skinny on it. And me and Bo, of course, we are true selves. We clowning and shit, talking about hoes and titties and all that. I'll put it on here. But, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, though, when Adonis Stevenson got stripped, they told him, you're no longer the lineal champion. They stripped him of the ring belt. Now, morally, he was, because nobody beat him. Right? He beat Chad Dawson. Nobody had beat Adonis Stevenson. But here's the kicker. The reason why he wasn't technically the lineal champion, look at Alexander Gvozdyk. He's not the lineal champion at light heavyweight. There is no lineal champion at light heavyweight. And he defeated Adonis Stevenson, who was supposed to be everybody's moral lineal champion. You see? So there's a difference between technical and morally. Morally, Tyson Fury is the lineal champion. Technically, he's not. And I agree with Deontay Wilder in a sense that he's using this idea. Yes. Yeah, and Bo was pissed off as shit when they had that presentation before he fought Tom Shores. Yo, they showed all the lineal champions and shit. Then they throw Tyson Fury face up there. I agree with Deontay Wilder that he's not the lineal champion. Also, you gotta understand, retired. You see what I'm saying? My man 78 in the building.
Oh, what's up in the building?
Hey man, 78 Sports TV, direct affiliate to 3kingsboxing.com. He provided that interview with Deontay Wilder yesterday to 3kingsboxing.com. Excellent interview. Keep doing your thing, big dog. Appreciate the donation. He said Keith Thurman done lost his nerve. Nigga done lost his nerve, his mind. He done lost it all, bruh.
Hey, 78. Keith Thurman did what they Keith Thurman did what they literally say. He literally gave his woman his heart.
Yeah.
He took it out his chest and say, "Here, baby, hold that for me."
Yeah. My man, Main Event, put $2 on it. Appreciate you, big dog.
Right.
But my point is, though, man, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, he's not the lineal champion to the point where they shouldn't have had that big-ass fucking ceremony, so to speak,
Right.
before he fought Tom Schwartz. I mean, I understand they want to say, hey, you know, he never actually lost in the ring. But once he retired, that was it, bro. And he came back. Your lineal status is gone at that point. You see what I'm saying? Yes, you were never beaten, but it's just like if you retired, you relinquish all your belts. When you come back, you're not the champion. You got to get it back again. It's the same thing, bro. Like David Benavidez. The nigga was sniffing the Brooke Shields. You know what I'm saying? He was sniffing the Kate Beckinsale. You know what I'm saying?
The Hannah White. He was sniffing the Hannah White.
The motherfucker was sniffing the Amy Grant. You know what I'm saying? Right. And at the end of the day, the motherfucker had to, you know, he had to leave boxing for a little bit. Got suspended. They said, hey, you're the emeritus champion. You're no longer the champion now. Anthony Durrell is. So what does he got to do? He's got to fight Anthony Durrell so he can get his belt back. Same scenario, man. You see what I'm saying? So I agree with Deontay Wilder 100% that they're using it as a marketing gimmick.
I agree with them on that.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely on that one.
Where I disagree with Deontay is the fact that he said nobody cares about Tyson Fury. Oh, yes, they do. Tyson Fury has a huge fan base. Matter of fact, we have old videos on 3kingsboxing.com where we have Tyson Fury talking shit about Anthony Joshua like the beginning of last year, bro. Maybe even 2017. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is mad on that video. I'm still getting notifications about that video. You see what I'm saying? And it's not just UK fans. It's American fans. It's fans from all over. Now, he's probably not as big in America as he is in the UK. Hell, it's not even probably. He isn't as big in America as he is in the UK. But to say nobody cares about him, a lot of people care about him. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people are intrigued to see what Tyson Fury is going to be able to do against a live body. You know, they saw him fight Deontay Wilder. Majority thought Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder. And a lot of people are sticking to that. You see what I'm saying? So they're intrigued to see a fucking rematch. They like to see him fight Anthony Joshua. Shit, I've heard people say they want to see him fight Luis Ortiz. Hell, nigga, I've heard motherfuckers say they don't mind the Tyson Fury versus Jarrell Miller fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, bro, he does have people that care about him, and he does have people that want to see what he's going to do next. You see what I'm saying? But I do agree, it's a marketing gimmick that Top Rank, Frank Warren, MTK, all of them should be ashamed of, bro. Let me read something real quick, and then I'm going to turn it over to you, bro. Main Event said his question is up above. Let me see where your question is at, man.
Things about Nathan Gorman. Gorman versus Dugas.
That's the only thing I see. I see him talking about some other stuff, but I was on question, so I'm going to go ahead and read that. Let me know if it's right, Main Event. He said Gorman versus DeBose. Just watch the face-to-face. Gorman has the charisma of SpongeBob, and DeBose is dull. I hope the fight is good. Well, the thing is, Nathan Gorman has been chasing Daniel DeBose for a long time, and to be quite honest, apparently Daniel DeBose got the better of multiple sparring sessions that they've had. You see what I'm saying? Also, did I say Daniel DeBose or Nathan Gorman? Nathan Gorman got the better. Can't remember what I said, but Nathan Gorman got the better of the sparring sessions that the both have had. Now, Daniel DeBose adamantly fucking denies that shit. You know, there's some people in Nathan Gorman's corner that say, yeah, we got the better of this motherfucker. He just won't admit it. And that's where Gorman's confidence comes from. He's like, man, I whoop nigga ass and spar multiple times. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I'll beat him in the ring professionally. You know, I think Gorman is like Andrade chasing Canelo. You see? Andrade has been chasing Canelo for a long time, so best believe if he were to ever get that fight, Andrade would be stupid wild, talking all sorts of shit, saying all sorts of things. Might even be saying some shit that's not true. You know what I'm saying? That's the situation with Nathan Gorman in terms of facing Daniel DeBose. So it's an excellent fight. I can't wait to see this shit. I think DeBose ends up winning. DeBose is the more powerful fighter. The guy that likes to sit at mid-range distance, land his power shots, has an excellent jab. His jab is better than Gorman's, but Gorman's the more technical fighter. He's going to use his footwork. He's going to put combinations together. He's going to be fighting from the outside, mixing it up on the inside or at mid-range distance. So Gorman has more tools in his bag, but I don't think he's smart enough to be able to evade Daniel DeBose the entire fucking fight. And he's going to get caught and he's going to get put in trouble multiple times in the fight, and that's why I got DeBose winning. But, Bo, in terms of Tyson Fury, man, what do you think about what I said about that shit, man?
Here, you know what? This is the thing with me. I agree with everything you said, but this is where I believe Deontay Wilder is going wrong. I wouldn't talk bad about it. I pump it up. Why? Because when I whoop your ass, that's what y'all better say about me. See what I'm saying? I will be pumping at you. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. That nigga, hey, man, that motherfucker's the shit. That motherfucker, hey, you know, ain't nobody beat him. He's the lineal champion and all that. Hey, man, hey, listen, Tyson. Hey, man, I want you to bring that invisible belt to the ring. Because when I whoop that ass, that's what they got to call me. Like, I would be playing it up. But I do agree with you in this part of it, though. And this is where I do agree with Deontay Wilder. Now, again, if you are old school like we are, you have to respect the hierarchy, right? I don't like it. If y'all go to Facebook, y'all heard me say, man, you know, one motherfucker did the heavy lifting. This motherfucker just happened to luck up, knock a nigga out. Okay? I don't like it. But at the end of the day, they are using Wilder. Hell, they use Wilder from jump. The reason why they reached out to Deontay Wilder. The reason why Fury, because, you know, like you said, Wilder said nobody cares about Tyson Fury. No, they care about him, but he's right about he's wrong about them not caring about him, but what he's right about is they're using him. And that's why they care. They care about him because you're the person in his way. Yeah. That's why they care about him. Okay? Yeah. Because you're the guy in his way. And then honestly, if we're being honest, at the heavyweight division, that is the best fight that could be made right now. That's intriguing everybody because everybody's waiting to see what happened with Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. Because if Joshua wins, but he looks bad in winning, let's say he go 12, but looks bad or even gets knocked down. Okay, that's gonna, like, Joshua's gonna need another fight to rebuild himself back up, even though he won, to make people even more, make the dollar amount that was there for that fight be there again. He can't just partially get back Andy Ruiz. He's got to dominate him. Right. Okay? So if he barely wins or gets knocked down, then he's still got to take another fight to, you know, rebuild that cloak of invincibility that he had. Right. Deontay Wilder, on the other hand, you said it best. If he draws with Fury or if he loses to Fury, he really loses nothing because Fury is the number one. Well, he's, in my opinion, he's the number 2 heavyweight. A dude not holding the belt can't be number 1. I'm sorry. So I would say number 3 heavyweight under Andy Ruiz. I have a hard time putting a guy that don't hold the belt over guys that's holding the belt. But okay, fine. But he's arguably 1 and 2 in the heavyweight division right now. So if you lose to the guy that's second, well, you really lose. Like, what did you really lose? Think about Canelo Alvarez, lost to Floyd Mayweather, lost absolutely nothing, okay? You know what I'm saying? Losing to Andre Ward, you lost absolutely nothing on your momentum because this is the best motherfucker there is. Right. So, yeah, so he's right. They are using him. They are using that linealship as a marketing tool, but sometimes when that's your only card to play, hey, man, you got to bluff. Hey, man, you got to bluff to a motherfucker, smack that ace of spades on your
Right. I agree 100%. My man Cheetahhead, he said, I saw Frank Warren talking about Fury got his eye on Joe Joyce, but at the moment, he basically just wants to fight any American in America. Well, look, everybody got their eye on Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce is very limited. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Brian Jennings may win that fight.
Brian Jennings, exactly, Bo. Hey, you know what? I might have to do another bet. You know what I'm saying?
Because Bermain Stavern was landing some big right hands on Joe Joyce. Brian Jennings may win that fight, man.
Brian Jennings is a plus 485, bro. Woo! That's good money right there.
Oh, God, you know I wish I was the betting man.
Yeah, I might have to throw some shit on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Brian Jennings wins because they're fighting in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If it's a close fight, they're going to get a fight to Joe Joyce, right? Plus, Brian Jennings, his chin is suspect. You know what I'm saying? Also, his durability towards the end of fights is suspect. You know what I'm saying? Look at Luis Ortiz, Oscar Rivas recently. He's actually arguably winning the Oscar Rivas fight. I think the judges had him down, or they might have had him up. 2 judges had him up, 1 judge had him down, I think it was. But he was arguably winning the fight. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Hey, you need to make that move, Corey. Hell yeah.
That nigga Corey was like, he was like, Scooby-Doo.
Hell yeah. But no, yeah, real talk, man. A lot of people got their eyes, and like you said, Bermane Stiverne was landing some shots that he shouldn't have been landing. This is a Bermane Stiverne that this nigga was doing quadricep stretches in the ring against motherfucking Deontay Wilder, bro. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker got knocked out, legs. Hey, bro, I guarantee you he's not that flexible. You know what I'm saying? Normally, he is not that flexible to be able to lay in that position, bro. But when you get knocked the fuck out, the body does what it wants to do. You know what I'm saying? That position is hard as fuck to lay in when you old, bro. Let alone when you fat. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? Bo, answer a question for me. Answer a question for me. Can you, at your age, land that position that nigga was laying in, bro?
Motherfucker, me at my age, goddamn it, might pull a muscle if I go to touch my toe.
Exactly.
Nigga, I got to take 3 breaths, 4 stretches, and a sigh before I get out of a chair.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? See, I be trying to get my ass down there to stretch like that, bro. Soon as I get halfway to that point, nigga, I start groaning back, start popping. You're like, God damn, nigga, get the fuck up out of this. That nigga was just out, nigga. Legs way the fuck back here. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Listen, that nigga was in a yoga position yoga experts wish they could do, dog.
I'm telling you, bro. Man, they hired Bermane Stiverne after that fight. Hey, Berman, could you show us that move you did?
Can you show the move?
You know what I'm saying? My man Corey said he tore his ACL. Nigga, that nigga broke his whole kneecap. Everything was broken. You know what I'm saying? ACL, PCL, MCL, everything was broken. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But even after that, he still had a good account. Somewhat of a good account against Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce showed how limited he really is. So everybody's got their fucking eyes on Joe Joyce. Shit. Nigga, I got my eyes on Joe Joyce. If I wanted to have a video on World Star, I'm looking at Joe Joyce. You know what I'm saying? 3 Kings would be famous overnight. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. So it is what it is. But if I'm Tyson Fury, I go for that fight. If I can't get Deontay Wilder, I go for that fight. Because Joe Joyce has already fought in America. He can fight Joe Joyce over here. Plus, he's a PBC fighter now. So, yeah, I go for that fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Corey Cunningham said a Jagba. Nah. What you talking about a Jagba? Jagba versus Tyson Fury? Is that what you talking about?
I think so.
He said in there doing Van Damme in person. Hell yeah. Nah, man, a Jagba gets torn apart by Tyson Fury. He's saying Joe Joyce versus a Jagba. Okay. I like that fight. Oh, yeah. I like that fight. That's a good fight.
That's actually a fight. You know what the crazy part is about Joe Joyce was this was a guy that was being fast. Like Joe Joyce is one of those dudes that if I'm a trainer, promoter, like when David Hay had him, he left David Hay, and then Abel Sanchez left him. Joe Joyce is one of them cats that, you know, when he walk away, motherfuckers don't cry.
Yeah, right. Right.
Oh, you leaving? Oh, okay, well, lock the door behind you. Oh, you leaving? Oh, well, put your keys on the table, lock the door behind you.
Hey, he one of them niggas that he start to walking and shit, then turn back around and look at you and see if you gonna follow him. And you still sitting down like, nigga, you leaving or not? Fuck. Get the fuck out, nigga. Shit.
That's Joe Joyce, man. And for a guy who is who at one point was being heavily pushed, man, and being heavily looked at as a dude that's gonna make an impact in the heavyweight division. He has gotten considerably pushed to the back of the line. Because remember, at one point, they was talking about, oh, man, he might be a next. Matter of fact, they was talking about him and Ortiz. And it took Abel Sanchez, to kill the dream. Saying, no, this motherfucker's not ready.
Yeah, right. Right.
He said, no, this motherfucker's not ready for that.
Nah.
Okay? And, I mean, think about it for a second, man. He didn't went from being, compared to fighting Luis Ortiz, to fighting Bryant Jennings.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? So,
well, he would have got his ass beat to dust if he would have fought Luis Ortiz. That was a good pullout. You know what I'm saying? You are not ready for no, or you're not ready for no Luis Ortiz, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Listen, man, Bo, I'm gonna tell you how great that pullout was, bro.
Stop saying pullout, nigga. You're killing me.
Nigga, that pullout was better than. Listen, man, I don't speak personally, all right? I only fuck with bad bitches in my past. You know, I'm a married man now. But my man Bo.
Oh, Lord.
This is equivalent. This pullout was better than when you fucking a paper bag head bitch. And then automatically you feel that nut coming. And you automatically like, whoa, pull that motherfucker out immediately. Boom, it's out of there. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly what Joe Joyce did.
When you feel that twitch, you go back.
Whoa. Yeah.
You feel that twitch. Whoa, get it. Stop.
Yo, hold up, bro. When you put it, you touch the back of the head like, hold up. Don't move. That's what Joe Joyce did. Nigga like, hold up, don't move. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it was.
Exactly what he did.
My man Cheetah, he said the second he felt that tingle. Exactly. Exactly. That tingle was his goddamn subconscious telling him like, hey, bro, you gonna get fucked up if you fuck with Luis Ortiz. Pull out. Word up, man. All right, man, we're gonna move to the next one. I got it right here. And I know you've been waiting to talk about this shit, man. I'm gonna ask you a question.
All right, go ahead.
Why are today's fans oversensitive?
Ooh, very good question.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of it has to do with social media. Social media has provided, and not so much as a platform for people to speak their minds, it's provided a platform for a lot of these people to feel like if a fighter click like on their comment, or if a fighter communicates with them, or hell, if they on a stream with a fighter, right? And Corey got straight to the point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're right.
Hey, Bo, why you bullshitting? Man.
He's right.
Corey got straight to the motherfucking point.
He ain't lying, bro. He ain't lying.
That's why you can't do the podcast, motherfucker. We need content. You got straight to the goddamn point.
I know. We're trying to push everything in context, man.
Show up, okay.
Oh, man.
But no, when they connect with a fighter, when they follow a fighter and they see something, hey, fighters following you back, right? They take that too close to heart. They take that, too close to the chest, right? And they feel, oh man, he really is my friend. Oh man, he really do like what I say, right? They're not understanding that as long as you're saying something good about that fighter, that's why he's there. Or they're not understanding as long as you're siding with that fighter, that's why he's there. So you have a lot of these people who want to be so close to these fighters, who wants to be so close to the action that they think through social media, that's how they get their closeness.
Yeah.
Okay. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of these guys don't understand the actual power behind the throne. Okay. Yeah. There is power that lies behind the throne. Perfect example. You have all kinds of champions, 120, 130, 147, 154, 168. Now, what's kind of ironic about them? These are divisions that has majority PBC fighters in there who are champions. Who's the fucking power behind each and every last one of them motherfuckers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You got Vasyl Lomachenko, fucking Terrence Crawford, you had legends, Pacquiao, De La Hoya, Floyd. They all came from what? Top rank. Who's the power behind all that?
Right.
Oscar De La fucking Hoya.
Yep.
Who is the power behind the Canelo Alvarez brand machine?
That's the queen. I mean king.
You said it right. You ain't get it wrong, though.
Oops.
You said it right. You ain't
Slip
get it
of the tongue. My bad. Go ahead.
He put a bruise on us when he retired.
Hell yeah.
So he's the power behind the throne, right? So in essence, these people, because through social media, because a fighter like them, hell, then you have other YouTubers that feed into that agenda by making a video that, oh yeah, see, I felt that, I felt that, right? But where is he getting his facts? Okay, where is he getting what he's saying from? And then a lot of times they don't give you everything. Why? Because none of us, even us right here in Three Kings, even us right here in Three Kings, right? We don't get all the facts. Okay, there's some, they tell us little bits and pieces for us to know, but they don't tell us everything. You know how many phone calls I've been on? Okay, you know how many times I've had to call the IBF before I finally got the correct answer? I've had to call the WBO. How many conference calls we've been on asking questions? And sometimes some guys will ask the same question more than once or twice, right? So, they give us what they want us. They feed us what they want us to feed to you guys, okay? So a lot of today's fans are oversensitive. Number one, because of what Corey said, they are beta males, and we're seeing social media has provided you to see a lot more of their beta male ways and they fucking beta male behavior, okay? That's number fucking one, right? Guys getting sensitive because you say something bad about a fighter. Guys getting sensitive because, you spitting facts about their fighter that they want to forget. Stuff like that, or not being able to take criticism because of their motherfucking fighter. For example, Manny Pacquiao in that slow-mo video. Like, who the fuck came up with that? Like, who actually took time out their day to do a fucking slow-mo video, right? And then who the fuck watches boxing even like that, okay? So a lot of times, man, you run into a situation where fans are oversensitive because the connection that they feel through social media to these fighters, and then the connection that they believe the fighter feels for them. Because I'll guarantee you show up, you cannot go to any top, and I swear to God, ask 2K this, because 2K, you cannot go to no top rank EV, see Terrence Crawford, say, Terrence, remember me, you like my tweet. He gonna look at you like, what's up, man?
Hell nah. and don't think them beta male ass media motherfuckers that y'all like so much didn't do that. We saw it happen. We saw it happen.
Beta male motherfuckers that go back and forth on Twitter but act like they best buds when you see them on. That's beside the motherfucking point.
Exactly.
Same beta male motherfucker wearing them damn pants, walking like he got a vagina. But that's beside the motherfucking point. All right. At the end of the day, man, a lot of today's fans are oversensitive. Not to say that social media plays a bad part. It does play a good part. But I think a lot of these people, they want to be part of the action so bad that just that little piece that they get, and they just go overboard with it, man.
I mean, there's really nothing else to add. I mean, you covered the details. Fucking Corey basically said the core at which we have so many oversensitive fans. I could talk y'all know how I get into shit, man. I think it's all the estrogen that's in the food and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas drinking that soy milk, Next thing you know, they over there crying and shit, watching Forrest Gump. You know what I'm saying? Jenny did die. You know what I'm saying? And these are the same niggas that 10 minutes ago, if you called them gay, they ready to fight you. You know what I'm saying? So the problem is exactly what you guys said. Is the fucking beta males, bro. 100%. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, bro, if you follow any fucking man that doesn't know you and doesn't even give a fuck that you exist, you're a beta. Plain and simple. Now, if you know that man and he's an inspiration because you personally know that man, understand, you see guys doing things, right? You see fighters becoming, you know, the best fighter that they could be. Floyd Mayweather, one of the best fighters of this era. He could be inspirational, no doubt, 100%. I have no problem with you gaining inspiration off of watching your favorite fighter, your favorite singer, whatever, right? If that helps you become a better man, so fucking be it. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I'm not saying better woman is because this is how women act anyway. You know what I'm saying? This is a woman trait. All right? So if it makes you feel like a better man, so be it. I really don't give a shit. But at the end of the
Prodigy, there's a difference between being motivated and being emotionally attached.
Let me finish. Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. Go ahead.
So, but at the end of the day, if you're out here trying to argue with motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, over another man, and like Bo just said, that's where there's a problem because you are now emotionally attached. You see what I'm saying? Gain your motivation, gain your inspiration to be better at whatever the fuck you do. Like if you see, you know, I don't know, if you see somebody and they're good at basketball, you like basketball, and you like, damn, that nigga got handles. I got to go outside and work on my handles. Nothing wrong with that. But if you say, damn, that nigga got handles, and then somebody next to you says, oh, you know, I don't really like his handles. And you're like, man, what the fuck? Man, you don't know shit about basketball. But the motherfucker got the best handles in the game. Nobody can beat him, man. Nobody. That's when you're a beta male. That's when you've become a soy boy, like they like to say today. You know what I'm saying? That's when you've become estrogenized, as I like to say. Detestosteronized and estrogenized, as I like to say. Basically, nigga, somebody took you to a lab and drained out all your testosterone and put estrogen in there. You know what I'm saying? You walking around with estrogen-filled balls. That's what the fuck is going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the problem, man. And that's actually been a problem for as long as man has been created, bro. It's just more prevalent today because we have social media. We have all these different outlets where people can show their beta male-ism. You know what I'm saying? So, with all these new outlets in which you can do that, well then, that's why it becomes more apparent to us. So,
exactly.
As the time flies and things keep moving on, understand we're going to see more beta males come out, bro. It's just what it is. It'll never change.
No.
It'll never change. All right, man, I'm going to do one more, man. Then we're going to get the fuck up out of here because we had an hour and 30 minutes already, man. I like to keep the podcast around this time. So, let me ask you this, man. Why do promoters sometimes go against the fans while looking at the long ball? Example, Canelo, Triple G, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. What do you think about that?
Okay, here's the thing, and a lot of you guys not gonna like this one, right? Sometimes as a promoter, they have to play the long ball because it's an investment, right? They putting something in, hoping in the long term they get something out. Okay, for example, and this one y'all ain't gonna like, right? When you put your dick in and you come, you got an 18-year investment with this woman.
Absolutely. Shit, sometimes in some states longer than that, they decide to go to college.
Hell yeah, right. Longer than that. All right, you know, that's an investment. If you have a job, you're putting money away in your 401k. Why? For retirement. That's your investment. Okay? And that's what these promoters look at. This is what they have to do. They have to say, wait a minute, this is my investment. Hence, I'll give you an example that a lot of y'all didn't pay attention to. Jose Ramirez and Regis Prograis, right? That fight was supposed to take place. Didn't happen. Now, if Prograis went to the WBSS tournament, now that fight is worth double what it was if they would have fought at that time they were supposed to fight. Right? Now, this is this is not to excuse um some situations, right? This is not to excuse Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's talking about actually not fighting, right? He's actually, that's no long term nothing. He's looking at the quick goal, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Keith Thurman got a quick pick and think when that motherfucker hit, he's done. Okay, right. But this is to say that, hey, we know that this fight is worth something, but if we do it now, okay, we could lose out on what it could be later on. Another perfect example: Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez has not fought Demetrius Andrade. Canelo Alvarez dropped his belt and didn't fight Gennady Golovkin right away. But when you look at what the De La Hoya investment was with Canelo Alvarez, put names on his resume like Kermit Cintron, Shane motherfucking Mosley, James motherfucking Kirkland, Angulo, Austin Trout, Eslani Lara, right? Then you couple that with, okay, he's a multiple weight division champion, and you couple that with he's the head of boxing biggest financial fan base. Then he goes out, he beats Gennady Golovkin, he has a draw, then he beats him the second time. Then what happened? He got a $365 million contract from DAZN, biggest motherfucking boxer. Mm-hmm. So they're looking at the big ticket. You got Carnelo's in a position, you got dudes in other weight divisions putting shit on hold. What? Carnelo said my name? Put that, stop. Don't fax that contract.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
Okay, right? So the promoters have to look at this. They have to look at the long ball, because in certain situations, if your fighter loses, or if your fighter doesn't look up to par as what you're promoting him as, it could be a loss for you. And sometimes, listen, it's a risky investment, because you're taking a fight. It's pretty much the unknown. You're taking a fighter and you're trying to invest in him to see if he's worth this investment. Lots of promoters will tell you they've done this and they've lost, okay? But in certain situations, when they know they have something special, but they have to wait till it's ready. So listen, say what you want to say about Deontay Wilder's resume, and I get it. The bring-along process was long for him. But look at where the fuck this dude is now.
Right.
Look at where he is now. He's one of the most fierce punchers in boxing, and regardless of what you say about Deontay Wilder, nobody shakes that man's fucking confidence.
I agree.
Nobody shakes his goddamn confidence. He is one of the mentally strongest dudes in boxing right now.
Well, that's better. He's see, a lot of people like to talk about his power, but his composure, his ability to motivate himself, his ability to psych himself out in order to be prepared for a fight that he could be losing the entire fight and still have the mental ability to come back and knock that motherfucker down twice to get a draw. That is actually his best aspect, is his mental. Yeah. And I'm not talking about his ring intelligence. We're talking about his ability to keep himself grounded. That is actually better than his power. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, in my opinion, you're right. That's Deontay Wilder's best aspect, dog.
That's his best aspect. And that's what I'm saying about investment. Listen, I was not upset at Parker when he was like, no, I'm not finna fight Deontay Wilder. I'm gonna win the belt, make one defense, and then I'm gonna see if I can get that Anthony Joshua. Why? Because Parker got cash out money. Now, nobody even talks about Joseph Parker. A lot of y'all don't know this motherfucker actually had a fight recently.
Alex Leopold, I used to say his fucking name.
Yeah, right, right? But that's what happened. Another one that's a lot of people really motherfucking overlook. And I'm really not a big fan of him because he didn't take a fight. But you look at Leo Santa Cruz. I might not agree what his father's doing, but what his father's doing is setting Leo Santa Cruz up for where, hey, you lost to Carl Frampton, but you're not losing momentum, right? So by us not losing momentum, we're still able to continue to have you fight. We're still able to continue to put you in big fights, okay? We're still able to continue to do certain things for them. Hell, even if you look at what Al Heyman and the PBC is doing, okay? They're taking guys, they're putting investments in them, the Charlos, they're putting investments in them, Caleb Plant, they're putting David Benavidez. Now they're in a position where we got guys in all these divisions where we can make big fights, hence Earl Spence and Sean Porter, hence Keith Thurman and motherfucking Manny Pacquiao, right? They have to play the long ball as a promoter. We as fans don't like it because we want that right now. We want that right now. We want that right now. That's what we want. Mm-hmm. We want it right now. We don't want to wait. We want it right now. Well, that's not conducive for the promoter who's put a lot of money in hoping to get a bigger return.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I take a little different approach. My thing is just basically the reason why they play the long ball is at the end of the day, you got this whole new word called marination. You know what I'm saying? Every promoter now believes that if they marinate a fight, much like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao did, that they can possibly strike gold and make a $400 million fight, or I think that was a $300 million fight, some odd ridiculous number, right?
It was $500 million. You know, it was a
$500 million fight. Yeah, because I think Floyd made
Floyd made $300 million himself.
Pacquiao made like 105 or 115, some shit like that. Yeah, so that's what a lot of these promoters are hoping happens when they say that they're going to marinate a fight. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what they're doing. That's the business. The barometer's been fucking set, and the promoters are trying to hit that barometer. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what it is. They're trying to measure up to that. So I'm gonna keep that
Terrence
short.
Crawford's more talked about as a welterweight than when he was undisputed.
I agree with that. You know, the whole notion of legacy has dwindled, bro.
I agree with that too.
It has become almost a non-factor, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that is really, in my opinion, because of how Floyd Mayweather transcended the game in terms of how fighters can get paid. You see what I'm saying? I'm not shitting on Floyd Mayweather for what he accomplished because, hey, this motherfucker left boxing as one of the richest athletes out there. Actually, he was the richest athlete. You see what I'm saying? And boxing is a sport where there's not that much money in it, bro. And he was still able to squeeze out millions, almost $1 billion out of this sport. You see what I'm saying? So I can't shit on how Floyd has transcended how fighters get paid going forward. But the blowback or the con to this positive is that fighters are now looking at how Floyd did it, and they're saying, well, I can do that too. Not looking at how Floyd got to that point. You see what I'm saying? Floyd solidified his legacy long before he became money. You see what I'm saying? Before he became money Mayweather, he had solidified his legacy. I mean, of course, there's more he could have done. But many people were saying, hey, this is one of the best fighters of all time. He wasn't at number one or anything like that. But it was already, Floyd was going to the Hall of Fame before he beat Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. All right? But that's what they're not fucking looking at. You see? They're over there like, well, shit, I just do what Floyd did. Fuck it. Motherfucker made millions. And that would be the mindset of a two-dimensional thinker. You see what I'm saying? The mindset of a guy that takes everything at face value, right? They only see the positive. They don't see the work that it takes to get to the positive. You see what I'm saying? And that's the fucking problem. So, with that being said, fighters are more so going to be open to this whole marination thing that goes on nowadays, because the managers, the promoters, the advisors are all in your fucking face and in your head telling you, hey, if you fight Bobo Jones, fight Bobo Jones, fight Boo Boo Jones, fight Bodo Jones, all the Joneses, you get them all, bruh. What'll happen is you get your record up, you got a high knockout streak, then we can get you ready for the big time, and you'll get paid immediately. See, that's the fucking problem. It's not always the case, bro.
No, I agree. That's why what Oscar has done with Canelo is unbelievable. Hell, even Bob Arum's not taking that rematch right away with Tyson Fury. We may not have liked it, but look at how that's paying off. Look how eager everybody is for that fight now.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And Bob said it best. We want to build you an American fan base. Why? Because that damn GDP. So when you fight Wilder, it will be worth double than what it was. Yep. So.
Yep. All right, man. I'm gonna do a little rundown real quick, then we'll get the fuck up out of here. So don't forget, this weekend we got Tomoki Kameda versus Ray Vargas. Ray Vargas will be defending his WBC title. I think this is his fourth defense of the WBC title. Tomoki Kameda is an excellent fighter. I believe this is his mandatory, if I'm not mistaken. Kameda only lost to Jamie McDonald twice. Those 2 losses were very highly controversial. That's an excellent fight. It's going to be on DAZN on Saturday. Friday, starting at 7 o'clock Eastern time, bro, in the morning. Not p.m., 8 a.m. on ESPN+. You got Rob Brandt versus Ryota Murata 2. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who saw the first fight saw Robert Brandt had way too much volume for Ryota Murata. Whooped his ass. Now he's over in Japan. Gonna fight him again. That's an excellent fight. Don't miss that. On the undercard, one of the best smaller weight fighters in the game, Kenshiro, is going to be defending. I believe he's the WBC champion at 112 pounds, right? Or 108 pounds. 108. So he's gonna be defending his title on the undercard of that. So y'all niggas gotta get your ass up like at 5 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. Catch these fights, but these are good fights though. All right. Saturday, you also got Shakir Stevenson and Joshua Greer Jr. They're coming back over in Shakir Stevenson's hometown of Newark, New Jersey. Of course, you got Joe Joyce and Brian Jennings, as we talked about earlier. Daniel DeBose and Nathan Gorman on the main event of that card. That card is going to be nice. That's about 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. You know what I'm saying? That's Saturday. Also, you got Tony Yoka. If y'all don't know who Tony Yoka is, go to 3kingsboxing.com. Go to the search bar, type in Tony Yoka. There's a nice piece on Tony Yoka. There's a couple of nice pieces on Tony Yoka on 3 Kings, man, where we talk about that. So go ahead and check him out. He's fighting Alexander Demetrico. Where have you heard that name before? That's the guy that allowed Andy Ruiz to get the Anthony Joshua fight. You know what I'm saying? So you know that's going to be an ass-whooping showcase fight. But Tony Yoka's coming off, I believe, a year suspension? It was a year suspension because there was 3 drug tests that he did not show up for. But I will put this out there. He never actually failed a drug test. There was just 3 drug testing sessions that he did not show up for. Now, what I say is, maybe he was getting some pussy. I'm just saying. Maybe one of them bad French motherfuckers is like, hey, Tony, I've been waiting to give you this pussy. Hey, I might miss a couple of drug testing sessions myself.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Hey, fuck y'all,
wild.
man. I got to get this, bro. I've been trying to hit this shit since the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what happened. Yeah, man, some slack. But he's coming back this weekend. So we got a hell of a lot of fights this weekend. 3 Kings Boxing will be covering every last one of them, writing recaps on the ones that you didn't see. We will have people at certain fights covering them as well. So y'all already know what to do. Go to 3kingsboxing.com. Get the latest and greatest in boxing news and information, as well as interviews. Twitter at 3kingsboxing. Instagram at 3kingsboxing. Facebook.com/3kingsboxing. And also, if you want to donate to the cause, I appreciate everybody that hit the super chat, but I would rather prefer everyone donate to the PayPal. That's going to be 3kingsboxing@gmail.com. Go to the PayPal. We actually get the money. The super chat, I don't know where that shit goes, man. I don't know where it goes, bro. I don't see no increase in my revenue. You know what I'm saying? Just the natural increase from whenever they didn't fucking demonetize my videos, but I didn't see no increase in terms of the money coming from the super chat. So I don't trust YouTube, man. So I'd rather everybody go to PayPal to donate, man, if you feel like you want to donate to the cause. But once again, we appreciate it. Don't forget, every Monday and Thursday, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, 6:30 Pacific. Make sure you hear it. But until then, we out this motherfucker.